G'day and welcome to what have to easily be our most exciting episode we bring you guys each year. We bought a new caravan, we do it every 12 months. We're entering our third year of traveling Australia full time behind us. We've got our brand new 2023 Lotus Trooper 19.6 foot.
We're so excited for this one, guys, so sit back, relax and enjoy.
Let's do it. And as you can see, we're stuck with a 19.6 Trooper. This is kind of the perfect size for us, our vehicle. The two of us traveling around Australia full time, it's just absolutely perfect. Now look, everything we've done in here, there's a couple of bit of changes, some pretty exciting stuff, and this is all available for you guys. There's floor plans available. There's no little extra customized things that only we can have and no one else can have. We always make sure that everything we do, make sure the stock's available, that sort of stuff, so that you guys can option this stuff in as well on your new van going forwards, which is mega exciting for you guys. But as you can see, we've got the new 2023 decals on here. They're a matte black. They're a bit more of a stealthy kind of look they've gone for, and trying to keep it just a little bit more plain and basic. And I really like it. So we're stuck with the dark colors. Really love that. Look, yes, it's naturally going to attract a little bit more heat, but when you've got a battery system and air conditioning like we've got inside, 18 degrees is 18 degrees in my opinion. So look, super sweet, hooked up to our Y62 Patrol. Something that's exciting down here is we've changed the stabilizer legs. We've gone to the Boss stabilizer legs. Now look, the reason we've done this is they're mega easy to use, and you can also lift the van up with these legs as well, which is pretty cool. So you can people say you can sort of lift the whole van up on 4 legs, like look, which you can do, but what they've sort of designed to do is you can lift one side up with both legs. You sort of go like 1 or 2 inches at a time on each side, and it's going to lift the van up enough so that you can actually change a wheel. And it actually does it really easily. Now look, you've got to be careful with these. You've got to use a drill, not an impact driver. So you've got to use your clutch settings on there as well. If you just wind the legs up and down to use as a stabilizer leg, you have it on the screw setting on your drill. We've got a Mikayla drill. But then what I found to be able to get the van to go up, to lift it up, I had to put it to the drill setting to give it a bit more go, and it easily lifted the van up from there. And these vans do sit pretty high, so they actually come with 2 extensions you can chuck under there. I usually take a couple of cut up cubes of wood as well, in case I get sort of really stuck and need to jack it up a little bit higher. But there's plenty there. I've already done it already, playing around in the backyard, lifting it up. Got bloody birds flying over us here everywhere. But so far they've been awesome, and they save a bit of weight as well, which is awesome, because we used to have the big trailer mate jack that we had as a jockey wheel, and to be able to lift up the van, it was bloody heavy. So now we don't need that. We can change the tire, what we need to do, anything under the van here with these legs. We do also have a jack as well that we carry, a bottle jack that we carry in the car, just in case you needed something extra, or just depending what surface you're on or whatever. So we can use that between the car and here. So just there alone, we've probably saved a good 15-20 kilos. In the tunnel boot, we've got the slide out Weber. So yes, we've kept gas. We love cooking on gas and all those sort of things, which I'll touch on a little bit more shortly. Today, thankfully, we've got a nice, beautiful day here in sunny Mildura. Got the awning strap down with the Navigator awning buddy straps, because last run down a bit over 12 months ago in Perth, didn't have the thing tied down, as you guys would have seen, and a big gust of WA wind come over and took that baby over the roof for us. So we're strapped down now. Generally, if I've got probably usually 3 or 4 on here, I'm pretty anxious and nervous about that these days. But behind us here, we've got our drop-down table. We've moved that position from the last time on our van, moved it down here a little bit closer to the door, near the Weber where we're sort of cooking. Just makes a bit more sense. We moved the light, our outside light. Generally, they come above the door. We've put it above our window here on the side, just for if there are bugs around, the bugs are going to sort of, instead of hovering above the door, they're going to hover above the window. As long as the window is closed, already it's made it a lot easier to go inside and out without a heap of bugs following you inside. Got the Aussie Traveller door, which has been proven itself to be really good in the dust conditions. It really locks itself in, so the door goes in nice and tight, which is what you want when you're out in those conditions. Got the checker plate sticker across here. They've really tied that in to make for the look of the van, which looks really nice. Down here we've got our Navigator step. Again, these vans can sit kind of high depending on what sort of surface you're on with the leveling it up and down. And we've also got the brand new Navigator Muddy Buddy, it's called. So we've got a mat there as well. Got one right here and one in the step as well. This color looks awesome. It's our color. It suits our interior of the van, which I'm extremely excited to show you guys as well. These are going to be coming out. I know these guys have had this color, me working on this for ages. So about mid-April is roughly when you're about to get your hands on this as well. love the Navigator stuff. That's our outdoor patio furniture, I guess you can call it. It's all Navigator stuff. George has got a dog bed there, the stools. We use it every single day. So it's extremely affordable for everyone. It's also made gear. More importantly, the whole crew at Navigator, just such awesome people, such an awesome team. They're extremely passionate about traveling, forward driving, motorsports, all the things that we love doing. Wheels and tyres, we've got the 285/70/17 BF Goodrich KM3 Muddies, along with the 17-inch Lotus rims, which is standard for 2023. This combination here looks absolutely awesome. We've also gone with a little bit of a wider wheel spread on this as well to test it out. We've actually moved the axles 100mm forwards as well to help accommodate ball weight, having the motorbike on the front, which has worked out to be absolutely brilliant. So with this, again, it's moved the door forwards a little bit as well, which has made a couple of different changes inside, which I'm extremely excited to show you guys about that. Also got the disc brakes. Again, once you go discs, you won't go back, trust me. Just compared to the drum brakes, I just feel like if you're going, we do a lot of, corrugations, dust, bull dust, water crossings, all that sort of stuff, and that can easily sort of build up in a drum brake, and getting water and stuff in there. It can cause it's a messy job to pull it apart. It can corrode things, all that stuff in there. Look, with the feel of this, it's just like a car. It feels absolutely magic. Once you experience it, you're not going to go back. So I got plenty of my favorite things, and this is definitely, as you know, is right up there. This is the Cruise Master level 4 air control, and we've got the ATX suspension under there with a little bit of something special under there, which that's probably one of the most, I keep saying it, probably my most exciting thing under this van. So what we got here again is you got your up and down levels you can do. So when you go into a campsite, it's as simple as this. You can put one side down, one side up, level the van out, and literally within like 10 seconds you level, and you can set up and crack a beer and enjoy what you come out there for. So look, even as simple as a caravan park, or even being parked where I am right now, which looks like the grass is level, it can be the slightest bit off, and you sit back drinking your beer, and they're going back and forth, arguing with the missus or whatever, and trying to get the bloody wheel chocks under there to get the thing level just the slightest little bit. So to me, that alone, it's well worth the money. So you can adjust the van fully up and down, side to side. You got your air outlet down here as well, so you can pump your tires up under here. Comes with all the stuff to do that. You can blow sand out the van, like whatever you want to do. Mega handy. So what we do is when we pull up, we hit it to manual mode. Again, adjust the van. Then when you're ready to take off, you simply hit auto level. The van's going to go back to its ultimate ride height for all conditions. Level the van, flick it back up to manual, and you simply drive away. As standard, you've got your outdoor entertainment system, which is really awesome. You can simply bring your TV outside on a beautiful night, sit out here, watch some movies, watch some YouTube, whatever you want to do. We actually do that quite a lot. Got your outdoor speakers out here, got some USBs there as well. So just to try and get yourself outside, which is what you want to be doing on a beautiful day like this. So we've got the full aluminium frame behind here as well, which we had that in our last van as well. And look, once you've got it, you don't really know that you've got it because it's behind the walls. Performed exactly the same. We had absolutely no issues with our van last year, taking up the Cape York, taking it everywhere. And look, like there's a small, maybe weight saving benefits, but not much. Like look, Lotus actually do have one of the most lightest constructions anyway with their hybrid construction on their standard vans anyway, which is the aluminium front, the roof, and the rear, and then their Meranti timber sidewalls. And look, to me, still personally, I just know that because it's been around for so long, and look, if I was going to be doing like a hardcore, gnarly outback adventure all year, it's just going to be the roughest tracks full time for a whole 12 months. Honestly, I still think that the Meranti timber construction, you can't beat that for strength, you can't beat that for flex, and you can't beat that for mounting furniture, timber to timber, for everything inside of your van as well. So I still think it's a mega strong and probably the best construction for that. But in saying that, this thing's being bulletproof as well, and just depending on what size van, what size layout, is going to depend on weight savings and that. But look, end of the day, it's there if you want it. It just comes down to a personal preference. All right, moving on to the back of the van now. Underneath here, we've got something pretty bloody cool. This has been in the works since probably mid last year, since I knew about this, and it's been in the plans. And look, we've been able to make it happen. We've got the first set under here. This is Cruise Master's brand new ATX Unleashed suspension, which I now have a 60mm adjustable mono tube shock. This thing is absolutely bloody massive, and you can adjust these from soft and firm. It's got 74% more oil volume and a 78% more cooling area, along with the reinforced stainless shock guards at the front, which is what you're going to need when you're going on tracks like Gibb River, Cape York, those long, rocky, corrugated roads. Heat's going to always be your biggest killer for wearing out shocks and killing shocks. You definitely see it when you're out there in the real world, but man, so far, you know, we haven't done any off-roading with this just yet, but it rides so bloody nice, and more importantly, it just looks absolutely sick. Underneath, we've got our checker plate protection to help protect all the vital components under there, our water tanks, our hoses, all that sort of stuff for rocks and sticks, all that sort of stuff flicking up when you're out in these outback tracks. Got our rear work light up here, Dometic reverse camera. We have that continuously going up on the dash of the car so you can see what's going on out the back there. Got our wood cage on the back. We do use this for carrying wood like it's meant to. Any dirty stuff you want to chuck on the back there as well. And you've got your jerry can holders there to chuck jerry cans on if you're going to be doing some remote outback trips or extra water. And also got the spare wheel mount on the back here as well. For internet, we stuck with the out there internet system. We used this for a good 12 months last year. Absolutely loved it. It was extremely reliable. Other than up in Cape York when we were a couple hundred k's away from phone towers, we had awesome internet connection every place we went around Australia. So we've stuck with this. We've got Starlink as well, which has sort of been tested around, which has been, I found in big open wide spaces, it's been working pretty good. But what I've found so far is sort of, you know, under tree cover, not in the perfect weather conditions when you're near obstructions, which do happen even as simply as a caravan park. It hasn't been performing that well just yet. So especially for doing uploading YouTube videos, the speed seemed pretty low, and also we do a lot of Zoom calls for our online business as well. So from there, it's been a little bit hit and miss so far, but I do have both there. But it was really important to have to stick with what works on here, especially for somewhere up where we are right now. In phone reception in towns, I found this to be a lot better option so far. All right, moving along to the side here, as you can see, there's no toilet hatch here. So we've got something different going on inside there, which we'll show you guys in a tick. Got our RJ45 up here for the out there internet, just simply plugs in there. Inside to the router, all the routers are tucked up nicely into the cupboards there. So it's super neat, super out of the way. Got our 240 inlets here. Fridge vents there, nothing too exciting. Got our 4 water isolators, water tank fillers and isolators underneath for our tanks. We've got 3 95-litre tanks and 150. It's all fresh water, no dedicated drinking water, special tanks, and there's also no grey water as well. We found from our travels, we'd much rather, instead of having grey water, there's pretty much not many places we go there is a requirement to have it. So we found we'd much rather, for us, just have more fresh water on board. Got our outdoor shower, which we do use quite a bit, especially when you're washing the dog or washing sand off, you know, water shoes and all that sort of stuff. Got our hot water system here. Again, we've stuck with gas on this van. Love this hot water system. It's a garage, continuous hot water. When Mikayla spends an hour washing her hair inside, little blondie in there, it's no dramas at all. This thing just keeps ticking along. So that was another good reason of sticking with the gas as well. Moving on to here, we've got our external tunnel boot on here, which again, this is on the other side now, which you're going to see why inside here. But inside, this gives us access to underneath our bed inside, so it's all nice and clean. We sort of keep clean stuff in here. Got our Starlink stored in there. Got our airbag man kit, like some shoes and just some sort of nice little neat things that we want to have in there, and it's nice and quick and easy, accessible to get through. So yeah, another tunnel boot over here. Again, it's extremely neat as well. I keep it nice and organized. We've got all navigator bags in there, our sea gear mat. It's got silage hose bags in there for like our electrical cables, hoses, and it'll keep that all nice and neat in there. It's definitely my OCD kicking in there. Moving around to the front of the van, I'm so stoked to have my Bunbury KTM 500 back on the back here. Had a little bit of a mishap last year. Ended up snapping my knee in half, and I had to have the push bikes on there, which was nowhere near as exciting than having this baby on there. Definitely made me realize, after having it on there for nearly a good 12 months, that it's definitely what I need and what I want to do. Now, look, I do get a lot of questions of people asking whether I should take the motorbike with them or not. Look, it's definitely a personal thing of whether, you know, I'm mad for it. I absolutely love it, and just some of my best memories have been getting out in this thing, exploring this beautiful country. So look, it just comes down to depend on how much you think you're going to ride it, and if it's going to work with your setup here. So how we've done this, we've extended the A-frame on here just to give us a little bit more room on there as well, again, just to help accommodate with everything there, with having this on the van. The bike rack here is a full aluminium bike rack made by the guys at a local company here, Tub Built Industries. Mega lightweight, it's so bloody easy to use. It fits on here, absolutely beautiful. This is something you can option onto your van, just depending on this floor lay at 100%. Just depending as well, like, you know, what size van, what floor lay you're doing, what vehicle, all that sort of stuff. Again, if it doesn't make sense, they're not going to do it for you if it doesn't make sense. that way there at all. It's super easy to get on and off. I simply just put the ramp down, wheel it off. I can do it by myself. I can also put the jockey wheel down here or even put the airbags down, get the whole van right down mega low. So it makes it really easy to get off if you need to. To get it back up on the van as well, I simply start the bike, have it in gear and I just walk up beside it there, get it up. Generally does help as well. Mikayla should be at the front there, put the straps on for me and it's as easy as that. Some people naturally freak out and they see a motorbike on the front, think we've got like a 500 kilo ball weight or something. Again, this van is made knowing that the bike is going to be there. And look, it's a 100 kilo bike. So look, it's literally no different. It generally even lighter than, you have people just load their toolboxes to the hill. You've got a heavy toolbox that sometimes weighs 60, 80 kilos. They have a Weber, fuel, generator, firewood, e-bikes, mountain bikes on the front, whatever. It definitely ends up weighing up more than this. So some people do freak out about that, but again, it's made perfectly to be on here. The changes we've made with the axles and that stuff, as I explained before, we've actually dropped, we're under our ball weight in the last van anyway. This has actually dropped another 25 kilos off that, which is always accommodating. Got the brand new gas bottles on the front here. All the regulations have changed there. So again, we have stuck with gas. I know there's a lot of awesome gasless options out there now. For us, it just makes sense. We love our gas. We love using our Weber. We love using the Trooper gas heater. We love just cooking on gas as well. So it just makes sense to us as well. And look, it also the continuous hot water system. Some of the diesel options I've seen out there, they're a bloody big unit, takes up a lot of room as well. But look, again, end of the day, we've got a big battery bank, which we're going to show you guys in a minute. And for us, we generally like to use our battery source to be having the most important thing for us is when we're out on hot days and having the air conditioner going. Got the stone guard on the front here. This has been awesome to protect the front of the van and the bike as well. People do freak out again as how to protect the van down the rocky tracks. But look, when I am out racing and riding the bike, it's getting stones and shit flicked at it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yes, for the front of the van, you can get like your stone stumpers and that, which you're probably going to look into down the track for, again, your long corrugated rocky roads. Got our Boss jockey wheel on the front here. This is something new as well. Mega lightweight, mega easy to use. Again, user drill settings on there. Comes with a nice little cover on there as well to protect it from the weather. Again, it's super easy to use. Also comes with an extension. You can use that between that and the legs on the van as well. So look, this is an awesome combo thing just to make it mega easy getting the van on and off the car. Got a Navigator tow hitch buddy here. This just protects the front of the A-frame here, especially from sun, dust, if you're going to be out on beaches, salt water, getting your cables. Under here we've got a DO45, Cruisemaster DO45. These come standard on the Troopers now, also with your heavy duty change. So we've got a 3.5 ton towing vehicle, so our ATM is plated at 3.5 ton. But everything is here good to go. If you've got a 4 ton vehicle, whatever it's going to be, they can simply just plate up there. Everything's good to go.
Welcome to the inside of our van. We are so excited about this part. We have made some tiny changes compared to our last van, but it's made the absolute difference in here.
Yeah, it's enough to make it feel totally different, and it's just absolutely love what we've done in here. So what we've got, as you can see in the background, we've gone the offset bed again. Now look, what you can see, this has actually gone to the opposite side now. Look, the offset beds are getting very popular now. Look, the reason that we switched it to the other side is because, as I mentioned, outside there, we need to, with the axles, we have to move them 100 mil forwards, which means the door comes 100 mil forwards.
Yeah,
so,
and obviously you can't afford to have the bed any shorter, with Josh being quite tall.
Exactly.
Doesn't want his feet hanging over the edge.
Yeah, so we flipped it over to the other side, so it gives us plenty of room there. Opens up, the offset bed really opens up the side down here, right next to your bed, so it just opens up the whole floor plan of the van.
So we've got the double wardrobes on the side, so there's heaps of room for us to open them right up, grab our clothes out. We can get changed beside the bed if we want to, and there's heaps of room for that.
Yeah, and the bedside table down there as well. Again, we've got our shoes stored under there, so it's a nice little storage nook under there. On the side of the bed is on the bedside table. We put water bottles there, little trees and little diffusers on there to make it nice and comfy next to the bed as well.
We've also got the pillow top mattress, and we've extended it just a little bit longer compared to our last van because Josh is 6 foot. So the bed also lifts right up, so there's plenty of storage underneath, and it also gives us access to that external tunnel boot outside.
Yeah, so plenty of storage under there. Again, I'm about 6 foot, so the standard length beds are just a little bit too short for me. So we extend that there, and it makes it absolutely the perfect size for me. So leather colors have gone with the grey suave. That's the color we've gone for on the background there, and also the Lotus stitching is in black. So we wanted to do a bit more of a black, a bit of a darker
theme.
Darker theme, but not too dark, and it's just come up bloody brilliant in my opinion. So that's what we got there. And also on the sides there, you can see the leather goes all the way up the wall. This is an option they generally do in the off limits. We've done that in here. Just again, it just really closes that bed head in. It just makes it feel really cozy.
Yeah, like a feature as well.
Yeah, a bit of a feature. And we've got black lights. We've gone with black Sirocco fans as well, with the Fusion speakers up there as well, and that black stitching. Also, our bedding choice up here, my colour. Mikayla's still, she's still
I'm
not.
Still adjusting. Compared to our last van, we had the bright orange or bright, watermelony sort of colour. So now we've gone with a charcoal colour, so I'm still getting used to it.
I think it looks good though. Mikayla got to choose the cushion, her special little Dares cushion, in the middle there though. But I think it looks, it just makes it feel nice and homey, nice and luxurious in my opinion. Got our overhead cupboards above us there as well. We'll put all of our clothes up in there. Plenty of storage in this van. On the side there as well, your little knickers drawers, all that sort of stuff as well.
So beside the beds, we've also got a USB and USB-C ports on each side of the bed. We've also got a switch into the bathroom light as well. So that's just like, through the night, if you need to get up and go to the toilet or anything, you can just flick that on and it brings up the bathroom strip light. And there's also a CZone favorites board on one side of the bed.
Which we're going to touch on that very shortly. Pretty exciting there. Also got our Truma gas heater. Again, it's just nice and quiet. It just works so good in our opinion. So we've kept that there. Got our little controller to the side. Got our 32-inch smart TV. We've also got the King Jack antenna for the TV. Look, we honestly never even I honestly don't even need that thing there. We personally just don't tune into TV. We just don't at all. If we do it, it's like Netflix or YouTube or whatever we do on there. But the reason we do that on the roof rather than the wine guard antenna. So when the wine guard antenna sits down, it's pretty much a solar panel up there. And look, more solar to us is more important. So we do the King Jack antenna, gives you more roof space, and we also delete the roof hatch in the middle here as well. Enough lighting in here without it. We've even got the windows closed and it's nice in here, but that also as well opens up to a lot more roof space for solar panels.
What we've also done in this van, we've actually got TV points on both sides of the van because we honestly just couldn't decide where we wanted the TV to go.
Yeah, because look, we watch TV in bed, but having it up here beside us here is perfect for in bed. That's generally what we've been doing at the moment. But if you ask someone to sit down at the kitchen, at your bench seat there and watch a movie or something while you're eating lunch, we've got this point. It's probably better to have it over there. It doesn't really swing around the whole way. But again, just for us personally, we've been having it up there. But at the moment, we've actually got it set up beside us here as well. But no major plan to having two there. It's just literally kind of couldn't really decide. And let's just chuck one there. It's a tiny little thing to do. So we've chucked one each side. Look, it actually kind of makes sense as well because it is really nice to be able to watch TV up there, have it right in front of you, and then have the flexibility as well. So pretty weird, but there you go. Moving into the kitchen, got our partitions on the end here. We went with a matte black, which come up so nice. We're actually traveling around at the time. We had to pick our colors, so went up and saw the legends at Lawrence RV up there. They helped us pick the colors. Look, it's definitely difficult picking colors for a van off the little display cards that they use. But look, it just come up so nice in the end here. As you walk in, it's the first thing you see. All that little black things in the background, the fans, the switches, all that sort of stuff. Got our CZone display up here as well, which I'm going to touch on very shortly. It just ties in and looks so nice. We've got our sink. We choose to have no drainer next, so it just gives you a lot more bench space here to have appliances or to have space for cooking up dinner and stuff like that. Because we did move the axles forwards, it actually gave us 100 mil of a longer kitchen as well, which is always definitely accommodating. A bench color and splashback, we went with Manhattan Grey. Again, along with the black, it just ties in so well. But what we did also do is instead of having it just on the kitchen side, we've done the splashback on the same color on the other side as well behind the couch. So with our black fittings and everything around it, it's just giving it a really nice finish. Get rid of some of that sort of white Caravan wall and just making it feel a bit more homey. What we've got on the sink here next to us is an Anagic K8. This is now the most amazing thing that's ever been introduced to our lives. We're extremely grateful for it. They're a Japanese medical certified water ionizer. So look, a lot of people have a water filter and think they've got a nice, good, clean water and it's the best thing, which look, is definitely step one. So it filters your water, then goes through our electrolysis process and then producing hydrogen-rich water. Also got 7 different functions, 7 different types of water on there. Just quickly, one included an 11.5 pH, which is a strong alkaline water, which is amazing cleaning agent. Now look, every single thing inside the van here, outside the van, windows, everything, we've literally replaced all the chemicals inside of our van including washing detergent. You put a couple of liters of 11.5 in your washing machine. So back when I was doing radial massage therapy, we haven't bought laundry detergent in over 3 years. So a lot of other things as well, like hand sanitizer. There's tons of stuff that you can replace. And look, just in that, we've actually recovered back our investment, plus more just from saving on chemicals and our household items. Now, Nagic is a direct selling company, so these are only available straight to the consumer. You're not going to find them, you can't buy them in a retail setting. We've been a distributor for just about 3 years now, so extremely proud about that. This is the product we sell. This is also how we've been able to travel full time, do all the amazing things that we do. Look, we do get a lot of questions about this, so we've put together quite a fair bit of information on our website. There's a bit of a process you can go through to check it all out yourself. I hope you're enjoying today's episode. We want to take a quick moment to let you guys know what we offer for you on our website. We've got a full range of traveling campers merch.
We've got men's, women's, kids' tees, and we've even got some hoodies and stickers as well.
We've also got information about our setup, and we've also got a full detailed rundown on there of how we've gone from back in the day, if you've been following for a while, to rarely traveling to now traveling full time. We share absolutely everything on there with how we've done it, and there's an opportunity in there if it interests you to check it all out, and maybe even 2023 is the year to make a change for you. You can jump on there, go through a quick process, or jump in the DMs on our social media. You'll be in contact with our personal assistants, and we're about to help you guys out. Now, we don't ask for much, but take a quick second to jump on. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like. Also, drop a comment below of what your favorite part of the episode was. And you can also turn on the little bell reminder so you don't miss any moments of traveling campers.
Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of the episode.
Got our soft close drawers in here. It's also got interlocking cabinetry in there as well, so you can lock up all your drawers, cabinets when you're going down the highway, or also more so going down long corrugated roads like the Gibb River or something like that. So you make sure no drawers and that or anything crazy is going to go on there. Got our Odin color floor, which ties in extremely well with all the other colors that we've picked here. Got the Thetford top line hob up here. Again, we've stuck with the gas cooking. Some people freak out when we do a big battery system, not have induction cooking. Induction cooking is sick, but look, we like the gas. It's nice and easy. And look, we wanted to save, again, all of our battery bank and all that sort of stuff for our air conditioner. Now, I know I said that every single thing that we have is going to be available to everyone else, but there's just one little thing here. What we've got in here is we've got a convection oven. Now, look, we've got no microwave, which again saved us gave us some more space, and also saved a little bit of weight as well. This is a Panasonic convection oven under here. Now, look, don't bust your balls with your dealers with this, because with this one, the stock levels was sort of extremely hard and to be able to secure it for a large range. So this Panasonic one here in itself is a little bit special. We're sort of testing out for now, but there is an NCE option which is available, which is pretty much the same thing. Now look, this does all your microwave, steam, and oven, and so far it's worked out to work extremely well. Got our cute little Smeg kettle down here. Pretty proud of that for my morning coffees. Got our pull-out bin down here, which is super handy. It's soft close as well. Bit of storage under there. We've put our vacuum cleaner and stuff under there as well. Got our floor-to-ceiling pantry down here. Mikayla loves her pantry. She goes on about it all the time. So much room in there for food, all that sort of stuff. We will do a separate video to show you guys of just sort of what we've done for storage and how we sort of put things away, because we are super neat and organized there, and got some cool little hacks that we do there. Up here we've got our Dometic Harrier air conditioner. This is standard on the Trooper range now. In the old van we had the Ibis 4. Definitely found it's got a bigger cooling capacity, so definitely, and you can tell it definitely does feel a lot better in here, works a lot less. Also, because of what we've done with our axle weights and that, our old air conditioner was back here, so we've been able to move it a bit more centralized, which makes it easier to get down to our bedroom there as well. And look, it's ticking along here at 20 degrees, and it's absolutely beautiful here on a 32-degree day. Got our Caravan up here. Use the Caravan again. It's just proved itself to be extremely good. Got that place here as well, nice and central in the van.
We've got the 224 litre Dometic fridge, which is now standard across the Trooper range. We didn't realise that we needed this big of a fridge until we've got it, and the extra room has just made an absolute difference, and we're really happy with it. So coming back into the bathroom in here, it's pretty standard for a Caravan ensuite, nothing too crazy going on in here. We've got the 3 drawers down the side, which, as Josh mentioned about the kitchen drawers, these ones are also interlocking, so it just helps stabilize them and lock them in, keep them secure when you're going off-road and things like that. We've got our sink and cupboard underneath as well. And then coming across here, we've also got our washing machine. I absolutely love the washing machine. Being a full-time traveler, we need to do our washing whenever and wherever we want to. So that is super handy. Something else that's a little bit different that we've gone with in this van is a composting toilet. So we've chosen the tiny by separate composting toilet. And the reason that this one appealed to us is because everything is concealed within the toilet. So there's no taking out the whole toilet when you need to empty it. There's no adding sawdust or churning it. It's simply just a bucket in the front for number ones, and then a bucket at the back as well for your waste. So all you do in there is you add a bag, and all the smell, there's a vent for the outside, so all the smells, everything like that goes outside. There's no smell inside, so it makes it so easy for emptying. All we have to do is grab the bag out and we can pop that in a bin, or if we're using a composting bag, we can legally dig a hole and we can bury that if we're out in the bush. And then all you need to do with the front bucket is you simply just take that out and you can tip that in an appropriate place. So this avoids us having to find dump points every 2-3 days. I know some families are trying to find dump points nearly daily, which I can only imagine on the road how stressful that would be. It also takes away from the smell inside. We do find sometimes with the chemical toilet, it does have a bit of a smell lingering inside, maybe just after you've used it. So this avoids us having to find dump points and also having to find chemical, because that's the last thing you want to be doing when you're out in the complete middle of nowhere. Moving across to our shower, we've actually got the larger shower, which gives us plenty of room in there. And in there, we've also got our Nespa, which is our mineral iron spa, which is also created by Enagic. And what this does, it removes almost 100% of chlorine along with other harmful substances. It's got a ceramic cartridge inside along with 3 mineral stones, one of them being a tufa stone, which is taken directly from a hot spring in Japan. So this is amazing for your skin and hair, especially if you've got skin sensitivity. It's literally like showering in our natural hot spring.
All right, into what I think is one of the most important things if you're wanting to keep all the luxuries of a house while you're on the road. As you can see, we've got a bench seat here and she is jam-packed full of goodies underneath. So we've gone with the 900 amp battery system. Again, it's the 3 Enerdrive 300 amp batteries. Last year, we're the first ones to actually pair 3 of these up. At the time, no one really wanted much to do with it when we did that, but the guys at Lotus are like, nah, let's do it. We wanted to go from, again, that's now a transition of going from part-time traveling into full-time traveling. And again, we wanted to keep the luxuries and be anywhere and have the air conditioner and just sort of be able to do work, watch TV, whatever we wanted to do anywhere that we are. So we've done that, and now it's pretty cool because since we've done this, it's been proven. Lotus and Enerdrive have worked together, and they've now created the Monster Power Pack, which is what you see below here, which is pretty bloody cool. So what they've got now is they've got the new, from Enerdrive, it's the 100 amp AC charger. So that's when you're plugged into the wall. It's going to give you 100 amps minus usage. Let's say, for example, using 8 amps of lights or something inside, then you get in 92 amps. So but pretty much, that, then plus solar on the roof as well. So for an example, just recently we've been getting like anywhere from sort of 160 to 180 amps while plugged into power to get it back up. So big battery bank, again, if you wanted to quickly charge up overnight at a caravan park or at the house or whatever, you can simply do that overnight. Onto our board here, which is pretty big. So what we did is we actually angled it because I wanted to have everything sitting nice and neatly over the axles and underneath our couch here. We've got our 2 40 amp MPPT chargers, which gives us 80 amps total of solar. So on the roof, we fitted 7 200 watt Enerdrive panels on the roof here, giving us a total of 1400 watts of solar on the roof, which is pretty crazy for a 19.6 foot van. So we put one panel on the slope at the front there. We weren't too sure about doing it just for looks wise, but it looked, because they've done a nice and black around it, it's actually fitted in really well. Look, it's great real estate to get another 200 watts of solar at the front there. We've got our 40 amp DC to DC charger, and this one here is for when we're plugged into the car. We're going to get 40 amps of charge instantly back into the batteries while we're driving along. I've also got my external solar wired through here as well. So I've got 600 watts of external panels as well, which is absolutely awesome. It's going to give you a lot more to be able to chase the sun, a lot more hours of solar as well. So I can literally get about 30 amps out of those panels and anywhere from 70 to 80 amps, again, depending on sun conditions during the day, off the roof. So that gives me a total of 100 to 110 amps. So we can fill this big battery bank up and come back, go out for a nice day exploring, come back, have a full bank ready for some aircon for that night. Now this setup here is perfect for us for traveling full time. Again, the reason we want to do this is to keep all the comforts while we're going along, having the air conditioners, all that sort of stuff, because this literally is our house. So look, if you're definitely just going for just a couple of weekends here and there, like look, just maybe 2 batteries of 600 would definitely be worth it. In my opinion, having a big battery bank is amazing as well, because no matter how much solar you got, you don't always have solar. We've been so many places where it's been rainy, it's been overcast, whatever, for days on end with very minimum solar. So we can literally go out, be in the bush for, you know, a couple of days, have the inverter going all the time, have the air conditioner, have all the you know, coffee machines, all that sort of stuff running, and not have, there's nothing worse than having to be stressed about batteries all the time. So I did a bit of a test recently while we've been parked up here. I just wanted to get a bit of an idea myself of, you know, how long this thing would roughly last. Look, I'm going to do a bit of a video going through that in more detail, but to give you a bit of an insight, we had the aircon going all the time, just using, we just use all the comforts, hairdryer, kettles, coffees, all that sort of stuff. Just everything we just use on a day-to-day. We just pretended we were plugged in the 240, just didn't think about batteries at all. Now having all of that aircon going continuously all night, all day, we got 85 hours until the batteries went to 20%, which equaled roughly about 180 amps worth of batteries left. But that's when it started buzzing at me, telling me to plug in to charge. So that is absolutely crazy. Again, if you turn the aircon off overnight, if you you know, we're going out for the day, it would have been able to charge back up, and you could stay in place for a lot longer. So that is just totally ideal. Again, especially at the moment, that was on a 32 to a 35 degree days as well. So it was hot. That was with the solar off the roof, solar on the floor as well. So to give you a bit of an idea, throughout the day, we're able to run the aircon, then still be putting in, again, depending on the sun, you can still be putting back anywhere from 20 to 40 amps back in the battery bank while having all this running. We've got our circuit breakers and shunts, all that sort of stuff there, nice and easily accessible from the front there, nice and organized. If there was anything to go on there, it's nice and easy to figure out what's going on. Got our EnerDrive 2600 watt inverter behind there. Again, that's more than enough to run the aircon, the kettle. We can sort of run both at the same time as well. Just make sure you're not having it on 16 and full bore, and the kettle as well. Sometimes just back the temperature down a couple of notches on the aircon. We can still run the kettle and that as well, so it's more than enough. What we've also done is we've got a couple of computer fans in here. We've got one up that end, which is sucking air in. This one here is pushing air out, so it's really circulating the air through here. And look, the main reason we've done that is we can switch it on up there for when we do go away, and, you know, so say we're going to leave Georgia, our dog, in the van for a couple of hours while we go and explore somewhere that she can't be or whatever, leave the air conditioner on. We want to make sure this is keeping nice and cool in here, because look, there's a fair bit going on in here, but we have had some 42 degree days here in Mildura, having this going all the time, and I've been having a look under here, and the temperature's been absolutely fine anyway. But we can turn that switches on there, because the last thing you want to do is when you go out, get mega hot under here and end up cutting out the inverter and turning things off. That would have been absolute nightmare. But there's a nice cooling system in there as well. Again, we're just extremely happy with how this has come up. Behind me here, I've got our CZone screen here. This is all hooked up to everything in the van here. Now look, it's got all of our function on here, all of our lighting controls. You've also got your water tank settings on here as well. So it literally tells you, it's got digital, so it literally tells you exactly how many liters you've got in your water tanks, which is really, really handy. So get all your light switches on here. One pretty cool thing is you can actually dim your lights up and down, which is a nice little feature. You can set for the mood for whatever's going down at the time. You've also got different modes up top here, which can be customized as well. So you get, like, for example, camp mode, night mode, sleep mode, travel mode, and storage mode. For example, of night mode, you can have it set so, like, once you press that, it gives you about 30 seconds. So it gives you enough time to press it, get in bed, get comfortable on that. All the lights are going to go down and ready for sleeping conditions. Now, it's also got a little panel over next to your bed as well, where you can press the buttons and get these modes from there next to your bed as well, which is super handy. You got your monitoring system on here for your lithium house. So on here, shows up all your battery banks. So look, it's really good because it shows us we've got a true 900 amp battery system. I know our old system only went up to 800 amps. So it was always a little bit hit and miss. You also got your Bluetooth app you can go to get every single individual battery to see what's going on there as well. But so far, this has been mega accurate with the percentage that lines up to the total amounts of amps you got left, which is awesome. It's going to tell you, you know, how much time you've got remaining when you charge back in. Let's just say you're getting 50 amps of solar and whatever, it's going to tell you exactly how long that amount of charge is going to take to fill your battery bank back up.
Well, there you go, guys. There's an overview of our brand new home. Like, we do call this our home because it is home for us. We don't really see it as a caravan anymore, but...
Yeah, we honestly we've never really even say the word caravan, do we? It's just literally home. Our house and our home, because that's exactly what it is. But look, again, we do live in this thing full time. We get out and see some amazing places. We're so lucky to live in absolute beautiful country like Australia. We've literally got way more than what most people think out there in our own backyard. So
True.
Make sure you stop watching people like us. We love getting out and sharing our adventures for a bit of fun as well. But get out and make your own memories. Get out, get a caravan. If you already got one, get out, set the dates, and go out and make some memories with them. Meet some new friends and get out with the family. all that sort of stuff. It's time to get out and do it. So make sure you guys, again, thank you so much for following along. I really hope you enjoyed the tour through our brand new home. Look, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on 1 second of traveling in campers. And look, we're extremely excited to see all you guys out on the tracks.